Hello, social workers, mental health professionals, and change agents. Welcome to another episode of the Social Work Rants podcast. I'm your host, Bash Moreno. Saludos a todos. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, tapping in wherever you are watching or listening to this podcast. I appreciate all the love and support. Gracias a todos por su apoyo. It's, it's been a while. A lot can happen when you don't record podcast episode in a couple weeks. Some good, some bad, some indifferent. Um, you can follow the podcast on all social media outlets on Instagram at the Social Work Rants Podcast. That is all one word. On Twitter, X at Social Work Rants, and hit the like button on Facebook at the Social Work Rants Podcast. And of course, the YouTube channel, hit that red subscribe button. And however you listen to the the podcast, you can listen to the podcast on whatever platform you listen on. Uh, like, share episodes, subscribe to the podcast, all that good stuff. This podcast is brought to you by Bass Moreno Consulting, uh, my financial social work business, providing financial education for people of color in the sandwich generation, providing with some financial stability, doing financial coaching and counseling. For more information, go to bassmorenoconsulting.com. This podcast is not to be used as a substitute for individual therapy or counseling. If you need assistance, call 988. If you need to go to the hospital, call 911. Call your therapist. If you have a therapist, call your psychiatrist. If you have a psychiatrist, um, it is okay not to be okay, but get the help that you need. For my out of the country U.S. Listeners and viewers, whatever your emergency number, please use that number and get the help that you need. And this episode is dedicated to my late sister, Gina, who recently passed away. Uh, so let's start with that. Um, I mean, I didn't grow up with her, just a lot of, from time to time, Facebook Messenger messages back and forth a little bit, and got to meet her a few times in my lifetime. So uh, obviously, it's sad when family when you lose a family member, whether you're close to them or not, it's still family. So that's that. It, uh, it's been a crazy summer. It's been uh, a wild few weeks. Uh, I'll get into that in another episode uh, with that. But today's episode, as we all know, if you don't know, if you're living under a rock, the president is not seeking reelection. Uh, did not anticipate him getting bullied out of the running, but I guess in a way, my prediction of him not winning came true. Since he's dropping out and he's just going to focus on serving the rest of his term, and we now have VP Harris running for president, and we, no matter, you could say all you want about she was the VP and they are funding a genocide, and that's what people call him, the president, Genocide Joe or Sleepy Joe, whatever you want to call him. He was definitely sleepy that first few minutes of that debate. I talked about that in my last couple episodes a while ago. You can listen back to that. Um, But under no circumstances we could have Agent Orange um, running this country again, um, which leads to the assassination attempt. Uh, I'm gonna say alleged um, attempt. Uh, I don't trust that man as far as I could throw him. So call me as conspiracy theorist all you want, but it won't be surprised if later on down the line, it was some sort of a setup. I can't stand him, but uh, we having him, you know, dead is not good for this country either. So we would definitely would have a civil war. We already on the brink of one already. Uh, so you know, I'm glad he's alive, but I rather in November vote him out of office, and that'll be the last him instead of what happened to him. So it is not good for us people, citizens of the world, pretty much live on TV and almost having a assassination attempt happening. That's not good for our mental health at all. To see something like that and for the news to play that over and over and over again. You got kids watching it. I like watching news, and seeing that definitely shook me up. Even though, like I said, I'm not a Trumper, but to see that was but can't help to think. My first couple thoughts was like he set the thing up. Nothing surprises me with him anymore. But it happened, and the Secret Service director resigned, and rightfully so, because there's no way that should happen to any. If you got Secret Service, that should not happen whatsoever. It was you almost can make a case that the Secret Service might have set him up too. So who knows what the real deal, what the real story is going to be, and it's almost seemed like these last few weeks kind of reminded me of 2020, and like because literally like every day something new is happening in the world. Is almost too much to bear, and I kind of see why past podcast guests, some fellow social workers, but like I don't watch the news, and literally the news is really on overdrive right now, and there's just a lot happening in real time. One day to the next, the days are like kind of blending in together, and it's just like when will it stop? Like just need some time to breathe, like one thing after another. So uh, with and of course uh, the immunity, Supreme Court granted the president immunity, and so that means if Trump wins, he could basically do whatever the heck he wants to do. Um, on that note, the purpose of today's episode is, since the Supreme Court made that ruling, President Biden, this is for you. Cancel them student loans. You have immunity now. They can't stop you. What they gonna do? they, People gonna fight you to the Supreme Court? They already made the ruling. Just cancel them loans. If the save loans are put on pause as much as you tried, and they keep fighting you on these save loans, uh, the save plan loans. If you under the save plan, uh, PSLF, it's been around since the '60s, so that's not going anywhere. even though Mohelia has our student loans, and there's actually a court case against Mohelia because they they freaking suck. No, no if ands or buts about it. They suck. So there is a lawsuit. If you Google Mohelia lawsuit, you could want to get involved with that if you have loans. Which anybody who has PSLF loans should look into that if they want to. Um, I mean, I got loans with Mohelia, and it's a hot mess. Um, but yeah, cancel them loans. You have immunity. Um, executive order, executive order them shits off my credit report. Is- let's go. I could I could deal with the loss of points on my credit. Have that student loans removed from my credit, and I'll get that back. I'm not trying to buy anything. Knock on wood, anytime soon. Uh, uh, so just can't cancel them loans. That's it. Be done with them. Stop fighting. Stop fighting the powers that be. Going to court and you keep losing in court about your loans. The save plans going through. A month later is not, and a week later is back on. Is not. Just executive order them shits off our credit report, and you have immunity. Boom, done. Put a signature on it. Be done. And I've always said social workers, doctors, lawyers, nurses, teachers, they're the first people that need to get the loans forgiven. Psychiatrists, anybody in the helping profession should have them loans canceled. So if you want to get into those type of jobs and have your loans forgiven, get in those jobs. Now, I've always been proponent of that. If you don't want to cancel everybody's loans, um, so I mean, the immunity happened. Just sign them, sign it off. That's it. Be done. Um, definitely. And then of course, only in America that see so much has happened is like in the tangent today. Uh, only in America that we can have uh, Vice President Harris putting a bid to seek the nomination for president, and literally the next day, we have another unarmed black woman being killed by police. And it's kind of suspicious that a video of her killing happens right after VP Harris, you know, makes her first public statements about, you know, running for president and doing all these things. So, Miss Massey, may you rest in peace, and I hope there's justice for you. And we need the saga continues here in America. Um, so yeah, on a positive note, on top of me working on my business, and yes, I'm seeking clients. So if you're the ages of 35 to 55, are caring for an older adult and have kids on your own, you are a member of the sandwich generation. I'm looking for you to provide financial counseling, financial education. We can have a 30-minute consultation session, talk about what you're struggling the most with, and then we could do a deep dive after that. So the 30-minute consultation is only $25. The deep dive is $99. After that, if you just want to do a 60-minute deep dive, we could do that. So again, bassmorenoconsulting.com is the brand new website I've been working on. So uh, tap in if you want to get this counseling. Get your finances in order because depending who's in office, you need to get your finances in order. It doesn't matter who the president is. So 2020 proved that doesn't matter who the president is. The economy is going to do what the economy is going to do. And also, breaking news alert: my poetry book is finally going to be an audio version. It's finally happening. August 15th, 2024. The audiobook of Trying Through Pain: How to Maximize Your Full Potential in Hard Times will be out. Um, it is in paperback and also on Kindle. Um, so I made some edits on the manuscript, and yeah, is I feel like I've been talking about this audiobook forever, and finally with some help, the audiobook is finally happening, is be released to the world. Yes, narrated by me. And I'm looking forward to getting feedback from people. I know people will rather hear audiobooks than read them. So finally, uh, is coming out. August 15th? That's my mom's birthday. What a way to honor her on her birthday by having my poetry book on audio released on that day. So, on that note, until next time, peace.